Jake Paul and your son are actually friends.
Absolutely.
Do they train together?
I don't know if they've trained together. I know that, they talk a lot. You know what I mean? And I know Jake has this big fight with Mike.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Both
July.
July. Mike being a good friend of ours. Mike, ironically, has introduced the tennis coach, James Johnson, to my son, Sean. Because Mike's daughter, Milan, plays tennis, and he's doing a wonderful job with his daughter in the tennis court. And so I asked him, I said, Mike, can you introduce me to a tennis coach for Sean? And he introduced me to James, and Sean has been kicking butt on the tennis court ever since.
Well, knowing what you know about boxing, and it was just announced that the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight is going to be an officially sanctioned fight, so it's going to go into the professional records.
Wow!
It's not an exhibition anymore.
Wow!
Yeah.
Jake, watch out, Jake. Watch out, Jake.
Mike is 57. Jake is 27.
Shit, Mike, watch out. Shit.
What?
Mike got to watch out too, huh?
What do you think will happen in that ring?
Man, I think that the fans will be entertained. I can't hate on Mike's money. He's going to go get his money.
I'm not asking you to hate on anybody.
I can't hate on Mike's money, and I can't hate on Jake. They put together a great event. I'm going to be tuned in, right? It's going to be bittersweet, of course, because I don't want to see Mike go down, and I don't want to see Jake get hurt, because Mike, we don't know which Mike is going to come out now, because I've been seeing the Mike on Instagram, and if Jake has to experience that barrage of work that Mike can put down in those early rounds, it could be a short night. But Mike at 57, it could be a long night for Mike. Yeah,
actually, Mike announced that he's quitting marijuana so he could be irritable and angry during the fight.
Now that's what I'm saying is now. That shouldn't be a part of the agreement, Jake. Jake, I know when you signed him up, you signed up that he was smoking weed, and now he done stopped smoking weed. That's just like those 3 pounds, right? Here go, they done put some shit in the game.
Right.
Because you think you're going to fight Mike, and he going to be off for the bud, and then he show up, he says, I think I'm going to quit right now. That means trouble. A focused Mike is a dangerous Mike.
See, the thing about Tyson, and I think this is what Jake has to get over, is that you have to get over the thought that you're actually in the ring with Mike Tyson. And everyone who grew up seeing those 30-second Tyson knockouts and hearing Tyson talk about eating your kids, and, I interviewed Tyson, he got mad at me in the middle of the interview.
Hey, listen.
So I know what it's like to have an angry Mike Tyson staring at you in the ring. We were actually in the ring when we were doing it. So there's a mental intimidation that goes on.
Mike, Eric Von Zip introduced me to Mike, right? And even with Zip introducing me to Mike, to this day, Mike is probably the only guy that I can hear what I'm saying to him before I say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're careful and selective, with what you say to him, rightfully so. He's a man of few words. The words that he say, he's standing on it. You best to believe.
True.
So if he say that he doesn't like you, he doesn't like you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Now, I feel you. And I remember when I interviewed Holyfield, we talked about that. He said that the first thing I had to do when I got in that ring is to show Mike that I wasn't scared of him, because I wasn't. And once Mike realized that fight shifted, because I think Mike won a lot of fights out of his opponents just being fearful of him.
Mike used to knock everybody out. So, it was kind of like, but he had his own sparring partner that he knocked out every day. He had people come in there and he'd knock them out. And I was kind of watch, and I said, wow, man, he's good. But in the game of boxing, it's about what you can do to a person to get them to move, to capitalize on which way they're going to move. But Mike was all one of the fighters who charge at you all the time. And what I had too, I had this thing where that I wasn't afraid of nobody.
And I think Jake is going to have to go through that.
Vlad, if I got to think about what I say to him, can you imagine punching at this guy?
Him, yeah. No, he's going to punch you back.
Yeah, knowing that he's going to punch you back.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, for a guy that ain't did this thing his whole life and to still step in there and say that I'm going to do this with Mike Tyson, shout out Jake.
Yeah.
Jake, you might be a little bit crazy right now, but shout out to Jake for stepping in there with him, because trying to do bodily harm to Mike Tyson at 57, and I know he has that beautiful family, you know, his wife Cookie and Milan and all that, and you talking about hurting Mike? I don't know, Vlad. It done got serious.
Remember the airplane video when that guy behind him kept bothering him?
Vlad, I ain't never known nobody to try to hurt Mike Tyson.
Well, he wasn't hurting him, he was just harassing him. And Mike finally lost it.
But Jake is going in there trying to hurt him. He's telling him he's going to hurt him.
Oh, yeah.
So you imagine how bad it is for Jake. The man on the airplane was just talking. I said, I actually think about what I'm saying.
Choose your words.
Yes.
Yes.
So actually now I'm thinking about just punching Mike Tyson.